Another AFC divisional game. It's the Steelers taking on the Kansas City Chiefs here at Acsuire Stadium, however you want to say it. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. But it's going to be a good matchup. Kansas City got a 1-point win over the Browns last week, and the Steelers dominated and shut out the Jacksonville Jaguars on the road 34-0 in the wild card round to advance to this divisional matchup. And this game right here will determine who plays the Texans in the AFC Championship game this Friday night. The Texans beat the Colts 67-16 earlier in the divisional. Colts had came into that game after upsetting the defending AFC champions, the Baltimore Ravens, at home. They came in, and unfortunately, their season came to a close. As we welcome you to the YouTube TV Network booth, I'm Mason Urbane, here with YouTube Sports. YouTube TV Network Sports. And it's going to be an exciting matchup here. Honestly, KC versus Pittsburgh. And why don't we get it underway? So Harrison Butker on to kick this one away. And we are underway here in Pittsburgh. Also, real quick, too, while he's returning this, Lions will play the Saints tomorrow around 6:30 p.m. And the Falcons and 49ers close it out around, 8:10 p.m. And the Falcons and Niners will play at 6:30 p.m. And those two games will determine who moves on to the NFC Championship game. Which the team that wins will get to, unless if both teams, the first team to win their divisional matchup will get home field advantage for the conference championship game. The Saints, they won on the road last week, and they're hoping to upset the Lions. The Saints beat the Cardinals at State Farm Stadium. They're really hoping to upset the Lions, especially because the Lions are the defending NFC champions, and they've won the national championship the past 3 years in a row. So you gotta wonder if anybody can upset them, as Najee Harris takes this for a gain of 5, 3rd down and 5. Coming up for Pittsburgh. Kansas City plays good defense. They're looking to get to that AFC Championship game, as they were eliminated way before it last season. That's incomplete. 4th and 5, you're playing Kansas City. Do you go for it or do you punt? It looks like Kenny Pickett is telling his offense to stay on the field, and I really don't blame him. But also, if you don't get it, you're going to give Patrick Mahomes the ball. Already in excellent field position. Kenny Pickett's going to get it himself. He's got the first down and many more. Out to the 48. Harris with the rush, and he's going to be stopped after a gain of 3. Welcome to the One Viewer. We appreciate you tuning in. Steelers and Chiefs to determine who will play the Texans in the AFC Championship this Friday night. As Pickett fires deep down the field for George Pickens, it's incomplete. Off the hands of Trent McDuffie. I boarded a private helicopter and flew from Houston, Texas, all the way to Pittsburgh here to call this game for you tonight. And another practically 3 and out, except this time it's more of a 6 and out. And Pittsburgh's going to go for it. They do not want Kansas City to win this game. But see, the only negative thing is you're going to give Kansas City the ball as Pickett gets another first down with his legs. But if you didn't get that, they were going to give Pittsburgh or Kansas City the ball wherever the play was dead. So if the quarterback got sacked, that would have been excellent field position for the Chiefs. If he would have threw an incomplete pass, they would have got it at midfield. If he would have been stopped just a yard shy of the first down, they would have got it wherever that would have been, and so forth. So Pittsburgh still has possession of the ball despite getting to 4th down on 2 occasions. It was 4th and 5, and then that last one was 4th and 7. Oh, that was caught out of bounds. And Kenny Pickett is 0 for 5 on passing tonight. That's not going to be good if you're trying to beat the Chiefs. That is incomplete, and with that, he is 0 for 6. Kenny Pickett's got to start getting it together here. But Boswell is on to attempt a 47-yard field goal. And now that you're in field goal range, I would just take the points, and they do, and that's up and good. But look at, they ate a lot of time off the clock, too. And if Pickett starts struggling a whole bunch, you could throw in Mitch Trubisky and have him compete with this Chiefs defense. I think Mitch could do a really good job. I mean, he got to play a couple of games last season as here's Isaiah Pacheco on the return. I think that he could do good and potentially beat Kansas City, because you got to beat Kansas City to get to the AFC Championship game. And fun fact for you, both of these teams have never been there before. The Texans were in the AFC Championship last season. They're in again. None of these two teams playing right now have been there. So both of these teams fighting for a spot, because none of these teams playing have a national title, not even the Texans. The Bills have 1, and the Lions have the past 3. That's it. Mahomes looking for Kelsey, and it's knocked away. Good defense. Mahomes on 2nd and 10. Pacheco up the middle. Gain of a bunch there. He got a gain of 6. Flag on the play. Mahomes has to just throw this one to avoid the sack, and we'll check the penalty. Offensive holding. And Pittsburgh is going to accept that penalty. They could have declined it and made it 4th down, but... And they probably should have did that, but you're just going to back Mahomes up a few extra yards here. And look at that. Travis is stopped. And now Kansas City's going to go for it on 4th and 6. Isaiah Pacheco couldn't make the catch. Pittsburgh takes over on downs at the opponent 27. And see, that's the thing. Like, the Pittsburgh Steelers, Kenny Pickett's 0 for 6 right now. Has not completed a single pass. That could have happened to the Steelers, as Harris is stopped after a gain of just 1. Pickett firing to the end zone. Incomplete. 0 for 7. Kenny Pickett might want to get his head in the game, because something tells me he's going to end up out of the game if he does not start playing his deck of cards the right way. There it is, the first completed pass, and it goes for a touchdown for the Steelers. Sims with the touchdown reception. And we're going to play a game of duck, duck, goose here. Najee Harris has to get him, and unfortunately doesn't. Nice pass from Kenny Pickett. And your first completed pass, you always got to love when it goes for a touchdown. But, oh, booth review. Kenny Pickett could be 0 for 8. Give us 1 sec to take a commercial break after the review. Give me 1 sec, bud. Alright, so we're going to find out if the call stands or not. Did Sim get both feet down in bounds? He did. It's a touchdown. All right, here's Boswell on for the extra point. So Kenny Pickett avoids going 0 for 8. However, he's not passing good to start this game at all as the kick is up and good. And with 4:56 to go in the first quarter of play, Steelers 10, Kansas City nothing. Back in a few here on YouTube TV Network. Hi, what's up, man?
Tell me about it. What's up?
Oh yeah, I was saying, are you about ready for the game? Like, cause I got this game to finish, and then if you're ready for yours, we gotta get yours done. And also, how much time is the quarters gonna be? Cause I'm doing 10-minute quarters right now, and I got this girl who wants me to come over.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So like, I told her I'm gonna do these 2 games real quick, and she said okay.
My quarters are 8 minutes long.
Okay, that's fine. All right, so if you want to start a party with me, you can call this game with me.
Okay, hold on. Is it on YouTube?
Yeah, it's on my YouTube channel. Booth attire.
All right, hold on. Let me kill myself real quick.
Not GTA.
Really.
I know.
GTA.
All right, let me get back to this game real quick, and just start a party when you're ready. Okay.
I will, buddy.
Welcome back to the AFC divisional game between the Pittsburgh Steelers and Kansas City Chiefs here on YouTube TV Network. Pittsburgh just put it in the end zone. Kenny Pickett not passing good, but his first completed pass of this game went for that touchdown pass to Sims. It was reviewed. It did stand. Now here's Isaiah Pacheco on to return it. Let's see if Kansas City can do something here. And keep in mind, Pittsburgh has some momentum. They went on the road last week in the wild card round, and they shut out their opponent on the road. They won 34-0. They're up 10-0 right now in Kansas City. Can Kenny Pickett shut out Patrick Mahomes? First and 10, Kansas City at their own 28. Quick pass, incomplete. Mahomes is 1 for 4. Mahomes, 2nd down and 10. Hit as he threw it. That's going to be another incomplete pass from Mahomes. Mahomes seems to be struggling against the Steelers here. I think the Steelers actually eliminated the Chiefs last year from the playoffs, too. Big pass going to Kadarius Toney, who makes the catch. And that moves the chains. 1st down and 10 at the Pittsburgh 31. Well, apparently Kadarius Toney does not have butterfingers in Madden, because that was a beautiful catch by Kadarius there. As Travis Kelce makes a catch, and he did not get the 1st down. 2nd and inches from the opponent 22 now. Mahomes looking, gotta feel the pressure, and he's gonna get sacked by Highsmith. Mahomes looking, fires for Isaiah Pacheco, tipped and incomplete in the end zone, 4th and 12. And Harrison Butker is on to attempt a 50-yard field goal. The kick is up and it's good, so Kansas City has 3 now and Pittsburgh has 10. And Pittsburgh going to get the ball right back here to try to go up 17-3. So they're not going to shut out Kansas City, but they can still dominate them. Here's Sims. He caught the first touchdown reception of the game, and he returns that to his own 31 before he's wrapped up. First down and 10 from their own 31. Here's Pickett. Pickett looks, fires for Sims again, and he can't catch it. Pickett is 1 for 9 in this game. This is just terrible, terrible passing by both of these quarterbacks. Firing for Pickens. He makes the catch. Pickens is gone. That's going to be a Pittsburgh touchdown, and it is. 2 completions for Kenny Pickett, and both go for touchdowns. But again, like we've said before, and you're going to hear this probably a lot in this game, these quarterbacks are not throwing the football the right way. They're not throwing the football good at all. The football, I'm going to say it right now, folks. The football is your girlfriend. You got to protect the football. You can't be throwing incomplete passes. You can't just be throwing your girlfriend out there like that. You got to protect her. You got to protect that football, and you got to throw that football better than you are now. It's just like, I mean, obviously you want to hang on to the football when you make the catch too. You don't want to fumble because you don't want somebody to come in and steal your girl, right? So, I mean, protect that football. Pittsburgh increases their lead 17-3 now. Kansas City looking to answer right back with another score. This time, hopefully a touchdown. Firing for Kadarius Toney, and I'm pretty sure Mahomes thinks grass is a receiver because he threw that right to the grass. Or should I say turf to be technical. Mahomes on the run. Flag on the play. I think that was an illegal forward pass. It was. He should have lateraled the ball instead of throwing it. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 14 for Kansas City. Here's Mahomes looking, fires, passes incomplete, intended for Kadarius Toney. And now Tommy Townsend will come on to punt the football away. Ball is picked up and returned to their own 43. I'm not sure how to say his last name, so I'm not even going to try. Kenny Pickett back on the field, and he's not throwing the football any better than Patrick Mahomes. He didn't complete a single pass in that first series, but he's airing one out. That is caught. Pickett 3 for 11, but firing deep down the field and connecting with Boykin there. From his own 43, they go to the opponent 3 with a chance to score another touchdown here. There it is, and there's another touchdown for the Steelers. Kansas City might be in trouble again. They might not be making it past the divisional round as Boswell's kick is good, and it is now 24-3. Boswell's kick is in the air. Here's Pacheco. Hurdles too early and is brought down. First and 10 for Kansas City at their own 27. Mahomes had 9 seconds to snap it and does. And Travis Kelce can't make the catch. That's normally his biggest threat too, and his biggest threat has dropped the ball every time it's went to him. Mahomes launching one for Valdez-Scantling, and that falls incomplete. There's a catch made by Travis Kelce, and it makes it it's enough for a first down, so to their own 39-yard line they go with that reception. Mahomes fires. He connects with Kelsey again. And give us 1 sec, because we have a broadcasting partner joining us in the booth. Well, welcome, Mr. Hunter McKinnon. I'm going to hang up on the phone. Welcome, Mr. Hunter McKinnon, to the YouTube TV network broadcast booth. I mean, you see it, man. The Chiefs are just getting killed right now by the Pittsburgh Steelers here on the road. And fun fact, road teams had more wins than home teams in the first round of the playoffs. That is intercepted by Pittsburgh. Wallace comes away with it. This is going to be a long football game for Kansas City if they can't connect with receivers and they throw interceptions. Same for Pittsburgh. But Pittsburgh has been doing better recently. I mean, maybe Najee only averaging 13 yards off 4 rushes is not good, but as that expires the first quarter, so after 1 here in Pittsburgh, 24-3, Pittsburgh on top. Don't go anywhere, back in a few here on YouTube TV Network. Welcome back to the NFL on YouTube TV Network. AFC divisional matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and Kansas City Chiefs here. Pittsburgh dominating the Chiefs as Pick takes the snap to start the second quarter of play. And what is that catch? Sims comes down with it. See, now Pickett's getting better. 5 for 13. That's getting solid. That's not good still, but that's getting to be solid in the passing game. Pickett looking, fires deep down the field for Pickens. He makes the catch and scores. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. His second reception touchdown of this AFC divisional game. And Kansas City doesn't know what hit him. Look at that. Beautiful throw by Kenny Pickett. Nice reception by George Pickens. And look at that. Snead tries to dive and tackle him, who lands face first in the turf. Again, we're only in the second quarter, and it's the fourth quarter, 31-3. I mean, this is going to be a long game for the Kansas City Chiefs. It's already starting to get out of hand, and you're letting Pittsburgh score on every drive after you made Kenny Pickett go 0 for 7 on his first 7 passes of the game, and now you are letting him score touchdowns on back-to-back-to-back drives. Here's Mahomes to see if he can get something going. He threw the interception last time, has to throw out of the sack there, and that is incomplete, intended for Kadarius Toney. Mahomes looking, fires for Kadarius Toney again. That's almost intercepted again. He tried to hit Kadarius Toney twice, could not connect, so I would imagine he throws to a different receiver here on 3rd and long. And he's going to, that's going to be tipped and almost intercepted, and that brings up 4th and 10, and Patrick Mahomes, 5 for 18 this game. As Tommy Townsend comes on for the second time to punt. And he's wrapped up as soon as he gets the football. Alright, here's Kenny Pickett and the Steelers offense at their own 49. There it goes, George Pickens again. Pickett's to the end zone, touchdown Pittsburgh. 1 play and a touchdown reception for George Pickens. Kenny Pickett's really turning it around here. Boswell on for the extra point. And it's now 38-3. 1 play, 51 yards, and a touchdown. I think that said that took 11 seconds to do as well. This is going to be a really high scored game. This is probably going to be higher scored than that Texans game from earlier today. And let's just total up the number of points in that game. So it was 67-16. They averaged 83 points in that game. We already got 41 in this game. As Travis Kelce gets the first down. Isaiah Pacheco is stopped. He can't run anywhere. 2 rushes for 7 yards. What a disaster. Pacheco on the run, gets stopped. That time he gains a few more yards and he picks up 4. There it is for Travis Kelce. He makes the catch. You know what would be something is if they score all these points and then don't score again until ever. At any point in the game. I probably just jinxed it, but... Oh, that's picked off by Mika Fitzpatrick. Another turnover for Kansas City. Pickett looking, launches this one for Boykin. Goodbye. Touchdown. And a lot of Kansas City fans already making their way to the parking lot. But you know what? The stadium's not going to be that empty because this is the Steelers stadium. And you could make this the final score right now. Pittsburgh is definitely going to this AFC Championship. But keep in mind, you don't want to jinx that either, so I'm going to knock on wood. Because Mahomes is a second-half quarterback. He has overcome a lot of deficits in the second half. He's going to have to drop over 45 points, obviously, to come back in this one, but he can definitely turn it around. If it took Pittsburgh 2 quarters to score this many points already, it could take the Chiefs that many quarters to score that many points, and that's incomplete. Also, not one of our games has ended in overtime yet for the off season here. Not a single one, as that's incomplete. And Kansas City are playing like they played against the Lions, just bad. And that's intercepted again by Mika Fitzpatrick. And Mahomes is probably going to think about retirement. Just kidding. But he's definitely going to have a merry off-season and a happy Christmas, definitely. If he can't get this game turned around real quick. As Kenny Pickett picks up the first down with his legs. And I would imagine if you're Pittsburgh, I would just send this to halftime. You don't need to score another touchdown right now. In fact, you really don't need to score another one at all in this game. Not even a field goal. And look at that, spinning around multiple defenders and is quickly brought down. I think if I'm Pittsburgh and I get to 4th down, instead of taking the field goal, I'm just going to go for it and fail on purpose. You got, like, so much of a comfortable lead right now, and it's not like it's going to take them 1 touchdown to get back in it. This is looking like the game yesterday for franchise mode. They're just getting killed right now. And he picks up the first down, so it'll be a lot easier now to try to get to 4th down. This is like a college football game. They're just running up the score. And Kenny Pickett is bodied to the turf. 2nd and goal. So if the Steelers beat the Chiefs here at home and they beat the Jags on the road, could they upset the Texans this Friday if they get to the game? Well, I bet you the Saints are really wanting to upset the Lions right now, though. There has not been... It's been 3 years since there has been an NFC team besides the Lions in the game, and I hit field goal again, dang it. This time we'll make Kansas City call it. But, yeah, it's been 3 years since an NFC team besides the Lions has been in the national championship. Because the Falcons played the Lions, the Giants played the Lions, and that was before the rule was made that it had to be a team from each conference. As Kansas City takes over 1st and 10 at their own 4. But the last time a team besides the Lions played was 2019, when the Bills played the Falcons at Ford Field in the very first ever national championship game, as Mecole Hardman makes the catch, and him and Frank Clark, this is like their final season as a Kansas City Chiefs player. They will actually be on different teams next summer. Frank Clark actually goes to the Broncos, and I cannot remember where Mecole Hardman went. I think he went to the Jets, if I'm not mistaken. Well, coming up on the 2-minute warning, and Patrick Mahomes is definitely buzzed or something, because this is not normally how he would play a half of football. It's just crazy. Mahomes looking for Kadarius Toney. He's got the catch, and he's got Kansas City's first touchdown of the game. So with that touchdown there, you wonder if Kansas City can get back in this one. They're going to have to get a lot of points, but I feel like it's doable as they fail the 2-point attempt, so... Which was smart to do because they're down a bunch, but... Instead of being down 35 points, you're now down 36. They're definitely getting blown out here. This is definitely a blowout. But they at least get a touchdown, and the Steelers can end the half with the football in their hands. Pick up a couple first downs, and that should do it for the first half. You don't need to score any more points. Now, if Kansas City starts scoring a bunch in the second half, that's when you're going to want to score points. And getting across for the first down. Najee Harris staying in bounds. He wants the clock just to go to halftime. That's smart. Pickett takes it to the 26. And that should be the last play of the first half, and it will be. So at halftime, Pittsburgh 45, Kansas City 9. A trip to play the Texans in the AFC Championship on the line. Also, how come we can't hear our broadcasting partner? Do you have yourself muted, bro?
Yeah, sir.
Look at these first half highlights, though.
I'll be honest with you.
All right, second half ready to get underway. Boswell to kick this one away. And off we go in the second half. Kansas City hoping to do what they did on their last drive, and that's punch it back into the end zone, because you got to try to cut into this lead and try to overcome this deficit if you at least want a shot to get to the AFC Championship game next week. Here's Mahomes. Fires, flag on the play. That pass is incomplete, but that might not matter. I mean, he's going to be 0 for 1 in the second half. And that was pass interference, so that is an automatic first down where the foul was committed. And Isaiah Pacheco stopped at the line of scrimmage. Andy Reid, he didn't get mad at halftime. That was actually a quiet locker room there at halftime, as Valdez-Scantling couldn't make the catch, but it wasn't too quiet. I mean, he did pitch his voice a little bit to tell his team to get it together, but he didn't really yell at all during halftime. We're hearing from our halftime reporter, and that's incomplete. And again, Kansas City misses out on points. For now, we'll see if Butker can make this 53-yard field goal, and does. So it's 45-12 now. So still got a little ways to go, but at least you cut into it some more. And here's Butker to kick it away. And Sims to return. And Mike Tomlin was really fired up, not in a mad way, but fired up in a good way, that his team is just out there dominating the Chiefs right now. He's very happy about that, and is telling his team to keep up the great work. Harris with the rush, gets about 4 yards there. And Harris couldn't go anywhere except for a gain of 3. As Justin Reed comes up with the stop. And forcing Pittsburgh to a 3-and-out here. Even though they're probably going to go for it, is what you want to do. And they don't force him to a 3-and-out. George Pickens makes the catch. Kenny Pickett's thrown 6 touchdown passes. Pickens has had 5 receptions for 218 yards. As here's Fern Muth, the tight end, going into the end zone for the touchdown. And it's under review. So we're going to skip that. And it's overturned. He stepped out of bounds at the 3, they're saying. Fernmuth makes the catch. Harris is wrapped up, and it's a loss of 2. He's tackled by Chris Jones. Pickett looking, fires for his tight end, Fernmuth. That time he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Boswell's kick is good. That makes it 52-12. So it's a 50-point game. Can Kansas City overcome the deficit? Pass is caught by Isaiah Pacheco, who gets the first down. Oh, he's knocked down at the 40. Travis Kelce just throws the ball into the air. What is he doing? Mahomes looking, fires for Valdez, scaling flag on the play. That's going to be a penalty on Sutton, unfortunately. That was clear pass interference. Incomplete, intended for Isaiah Pacheco. What is Mahomes passing tonight? I just gotta ask. Travis Kelce makes the catch for the first down. Mahomes fires incomplete. What was Travis Kelce doing? That could have been, that ball was catchable. There's Valdez Scantling for the touchdown. Dang it. Second time the controller fell. Nice catch there. Did he get both feet down? He did. Kansas City calls their first timeout of the half. And Bucker decides to just kick the extra point anyway. And it's up and good, 52-19. So Pittsburgh scores a touchdown on their last drive, and they give up another touchdown to Kansas City. There's Sims on the return. Sims is wrapped up at his own 29-yard line. Pickett looking, fumbles the football. It's out. His lineman jumps on it, though. Frank Clark credited with the sack there. Pickett firing for his tight end who caught the last touchdown, and that is caught. And his tight end makes the catch again and is taken down after a gain of 4. Harris with the first down and many more, as we have under 3 minutes to go here in this third quarter of play. Well, Texans might be welcoming the Steelers because unless if Kansas City can stop that touchdown there, and they do. But not just stop that touchdown, as Kenny Pickett has thrown the ball way better now in the game. But they're gonna have to start getting stops on Pittsburgh. If you're gonna get back in this game, you gotta stop them from scoring first, and that's a way to do it. Justin Reed picks off Kenny Pickett, and Najee Harris brings him down. So now if you're Kansas City, go down and score a touchdown and 2-point conversion. Launching that deep pass, and that's caught by Valdez-Scantling. Mahomes knows him and his offense is running out of time. Incomplete, intended for Kadarius Toney. That's the best part about an incomplete pass. It stops the clock, but Mahomes has went 15 for 38 this game. He's not throwing the football good at all. Kenny Pickett is currently 22 for 32 in his passing game. Incomplete again. Travis Kelce caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Okay, here we go. Going for 2. And they get it. It's now 52-27. With 1:29 to go in the third, they stopped the Steelers from scoring last time by intercepting Kenny Pickett, and they turn it into a touchdown and 2-point conversion. Let's see if they can get another stop. They're not out of this game until they have less points than the Steelers, and that clock hits triple zeros in the fourth quarter. And that is tipped and incomplete, intended for George Pickens, 22 for 34. Now, still, Kenny Pickett has thrown the ball much better, and that's still not bad. Najee Harris has been successful all night. Pickett launches one for Johnson, and that is incomplete, and it's 4th and 4, and they're going to go for it just to try to make Kansas City mad. And Pickett fumbles. The ball came out. Snead picks it up, and if it stands, Kansas City has a turnover, and it does! Kansas City has their second turnover of the game. I wanted to make sure that I was saying that right before I said that, as Mahomes gets sacked almost instantly by TJ Watt. And final play of the third quarter. Mahomes looks, fires deep down the field for Kadarius Toney, and makes the reception at the 11 as time expires in the third. Alright, so here we go at the fourth and final quarter of play, and Kansas City has about 8 seconds to snap the ball or call a timeout. And that's tipped and almost caught for the touchdown. And Mahomes takes the snap and fires incomplete. Flips it to Isaiah Pacheco. So on 4th and 2, Mahomes and Kansas City forced to go for it. Isaiah Pacheco gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. And they cut into this lead even more. And you gotta go for 2 here. Sorry about that, folks. We accidentally dropped the controller. You gotta have it and they don't get it. $9:19 to go in the game. Here's Sims. Look at Kansas City. They're trying to get back in this one. And Steelers are just trying to hold them off. They had that dominant first half. They've only scored once here in the second half. Pickett trying to sneak it across the line and gets stopped and actually loses a yard. Pickett takes it himself, picks up the first down. And there's an injury timeout for number 91 on Kansas City. So that's going to stop the clock here. Najee Harris, and if Kansas City can get a stop, they'll have enough time to probably get the few more touchdowns they need to get back in this one. If they don't, then they're going to run out of time. Harris gets about 3 yards on that one, and it's 3rd and 4. And he makes that reception, and it extends the Steelers' drive. If Steelers keep running this ball and getting first downs, Kansas City's not going to have any time left to come back. So that's a smart move by Pittsburgh. But it was 45-3, and Warren gets stopped just a few yards shy of scoring another touchdown for Pittsburgh. Oh, Pickett fumbles again, but it's picked up by his offensive lineman. And that's a loss of 9 yards. So it'll be second and goal at the opponent 10-yard line. Najee Harris fighting for it into the end zone again. Touchdown Pittsburgh. And that's going to definitely seal it here. Boswell on to attempt the point after. That kick is up and good, 59-33. Quite the interesting score here, and unfortunately Kansas City going to have to wait another year to go to the AFC Championship game, because the Pittsburgh Steelers are going. Very dominant in that whole first half of play. Not so much dominant here in the second half, but they're going to hold on, and they're going to hold off Kansas City because there's just not enough time for Kansas City to score the amount of touchdowns they need. Travis Kelce can't haul that in, and there's no excuse for that one. He should have been able to haul that in. The defender was a few inches behind him when he had that in his hands, so Travis should have had that catch. And that is caught by Valdez-Scantling. And that's incomplete. And Mecole Hardman picks up the first down for Kansas City, but again, they're out of time here. It's just, there's just no way they're going to get the amount of points they need. We've said it before, we're going to say it again. Kadarius Toney makes the catch for another Kansas City touchdown. So down 20. I say you go for 2. And then you try an onside kick. You're going to have to. Mahomes is going to get it in himself for the 2-point conversion, 41-59. And the Steelers pick it up, and that's definite. This game is definitely over. They can just run the remaining clock down. So we talk about it was 82 or 83 points put on the board in that Indianapolis-Houston game. Well over 83 in this game. Harris picks up the first down. And that should bring us to the 2-minute warning. And it will. So 2 minutes remain here in Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's going to win it. Great game. Great game played by Kenny Pickett. He really redeemed himself after having that awful start. He went 0 for 7. And then from there, he just turned it around. And I think a few more runs and they can go into victory formation. Harris looking and knocked down. You got to get at least 2 yards. Kenny does that. He gets 2 yards, but he fumbles the ball. And gives it to Kansas City. Kansas City can try to cut in the lead. Even more by a couple deep passes downfield. Incomplete. Well, if Steelers do get the football back, they can just go right into victory formation. No need to try to score any more points, obviously. He caught that at the 39, stepped out of bounds. Incomplete. And Mahomes gets sacked. Third and 23. And with 9 seconds left, Kansas City calls a timeout. And imagine Mahomes is just going to try to heave it to the end zone to try to cut in the lead. Even more. Here we go. Mahomes gets sacked again. That's caught and he's stopped and game over. Steelers are moving on. They win it 59-41. What a game played by the Steelers here. So, again, Kansas City eliminated from the playoffs. Another season to forget. But the Pittsburgh Steelers, who finished the season 8-1-1, move on to play the Texans, who finished their season 9-1, in the AFC Championship, with a spot in the national championship on the line. And with that, we say so long, everybody.